This tutorial is to talk about the voice recognition function of the Voicebible. So first of all, you need to turn on the voice recognition features over here. So you say enable. So now it's enable. Now you can just say go.
Book of Genesis.
So it speaks the book of Genesis.
Chapter 1.
So when you stop, so what he's doing right now is calibrating the speech recognition or the voice recognition processor. He's waiting for the wake-up call. I'm going to speak that magic word. There are two magic words. Let me turn it off for now so that. Okay. Right now it's off. The magic word to start this engine is start. Okay, and then the other magic word is stop. Now, when you say stop, it will stop the process, and the only command that it will recognize is the start one. So right now it's off, and I also want to show you that's one of the option over here is recognition samples. That means this one will give you all the books name that is available over here, all the Bible books, right? And then all the commands that is available. It will, instead of Matthew, it will say Gospel of Matthew, and then Gospel of Mark, because some of the name are too close, so we have to add Gospel in the beginning for these 4 Gospel books, and then of course different Bible names, book names, and then what you can tell him. You can say display verse, and then it will display. Of course, you can say King James Version, New King James, traditional, Cantonese, simplified, Mandarin. All these are the commands that you can use over here. I'll show you. And of course, this repeat means that you want the computer to repeat whatever you had just said, and you can cancel repeat also. Looping is the looping of each chapter. Like after it speaks the end of the chapter, it will loop to the next one, like what I just showed you guys before in the other tutorial. And you can have Korean, Spanish. Original means that it's the Hebrew Old Testament and the Greek New Testament. So these are all the commands that you can send, and the computer will recognize it. Some of the books are very difficult to pronounce the names, like this one. It may have problem understanding sometimes. So let me find some of those. This one, Obadiah, okay, and this one, Habakkuk, okay,
Haggai,
okay. So let me give you a tough one. This one,
Ecclesiastes.
okay. Unfortunately, this whole engine is in English base, so there's no other languages that you can speak to it and have it recognize your language. But I think it's good to just learn those English names, and you can learn how to pronounce it like this.
Nahum.
Okay, so let me start by enabling it. I need to go back to the main menu, and now I'm going to enable the speech recognition. Okay, you have to be patient because there may be times that it did not really recognize what you said and pick up the wrong words, don't get too frustrated. You have to train yourself and get familiar with the machine. Okay? So,
Book of Genesis.
start.
Woken up.
Exodus.
Book of Exodus.
2.
Chapter 2.
1.
Verse 1. Book of Exodus. Chapter 2. Verse 1. And a man of the house of Levi went, and took as wife a daughter of Levi. Verse 2. So the woman conceived, and bore a son. And when she saw that he was a beautiful child, she hid him 3 months. Verse 3. But when she could no longer hide him, she took an ark of bulrushes for him, daubed it with asphalt and pitch, put the child in it, and laid it in the reeds by the river's bank. Verse 4.
Cancel, repeat.
Cancel, repeat.
Gospel of John. 3. 16.
Book of John. Chapter 3. Verse 16. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Verse 17. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Verse 18.
Stop. So that's it. Hopefully you have fun with this program. If you want to go chapter up and down, you can do this by swiping left to right or right to left, like this. See, it's changing. You just have to swipe the top left hand corner. This is like this bar over here. If you swipe it, it will go previous chapter and the next chapter. Now, if you want to download the version, you must have, like over here, if you want to download the version, different versions, you must have enough credits. If you want to add credits, you need to buy more credits. Each credit means each version is like about $5. So when you do that, it tells you that you need to enter your email address, and then it will go to the PayPal, so you can add more credit or buy more credit. This email address has to be your PayPal address. Okay, I guess that's it. Enjoy it. I have 2 more functions that I want to show you. The first one is called a split function. Basically, you can do a split display. You see over here now, the split is off. But if you tap on it, it's switched to screen 1. Now the control in screen 1 actually is in Chinese. The screen 2 is in New King James Version. So you can, right now they are totally separated now. and then you can also switch to screen 2. That means now you can change the verse in screen 2 like that. You can see that it changed to John chapter 4 verse 1, but the first screen is still in the original verse. But if you tap this again, now the two of them, you see that it got changed. These two screens are linked together now, and you can do something like this to scroll, or you can just separately scroll them. And when you tap again, the split screen is off now. So this is a very useful function if you are doing translation at church or something. You have two different versions that you can play around with. And so now it goes back to the Chinese version. Again, if you want to change back to New King James, you can just say select. Now this is a New King James version. And another feature over here is called history. If you just scroll down here, you're going to find out the history log over here. And then you say select. This one will, you see everything that, all the verses that you have selected is being logged. And you have about, the limit is about 30 right now. So, but remember we selected John chapter 4 and 1. I also selected John 3:16. You see that over there. And also Exodus. If you want to go back to that particular verse, you can just tap over here. You can see that now it goes to Exodus. You say go over here. It goes directly to Exodus.